This is the Nike Mercurial Dream Speed 2, and there are only 3 pro players allowed to wear this.
Those 3 are Mbappe, CR7 and Sam Kerr. And then you, of course, because you can choose between the Superfly 7 and the Vapor 13. So let me take them to the pitch here and show you what they look like in action, but not before you made sure that you've subscribed to the channel with the notifications on. With that said, let's do this. Now, just like on the last MDS model, the whole Mercurial Dream Speed concept is about highlighting different aspects and interpretations of speed. And just like I explained before, it's going to be worn exclusively by some of the fastest players on the planet. But why they didn't include players like, I don't know, Aubameyang or Adama Traore is a little bit beyond me, but I guess the other players are fast enough to kind of justify it. Anyway, this is now on chapter 2 of the whole Mercurial Dream Speed story, and it centers around the speed of light. But also, it kind of seems that it takes inspiration from a very important earlier model of the Mercurial Vapor. Because apart from having the actual speed of light, which is 299,792,458 meters per second on the toe, a big, really cool inside swoosh, which takes inspiration from the Vaporfly 4 and Zoom Gravity running shoes, this simply just screams Vapor 3 to me, and it kind of seems like Nike took a big inspiration from that iconic dotted heel design of the Vapor 3 with a massive nod to that super cool yellow and green colorway that R9 wore exclusively back in the World Cup in 2006. Which was actually a design we also saw on the 06 M Vapor 9s a couple of years later. And I don't know if it's just me, but there could be a story in here somewhere around how CR7 took over the reins from R9 and how in the future Mbappe is going to continue that legacy. I'm not even sure if the designers actually thought about this or if I'm just reaching here, but it would be a cool story. But when I was inspecting the boot a little closer, obviously the outside reminded me of that R9 colorway, but then I looked at the inside, and here that dotted color design on the heel reminded me of the 324K and Kylian Superfly 4s that were made for CR7 back in the day, which kind of took inspiration from his 2 favorite Vapor 3 colorways. So you have the orange gold-ish dots from the launch colorway of the Vapor 3, the white and gold, and then also the red dots from the chrome red. But then I actually started looking at the sole of the boot and something hit me, which I think is a better story. So I went on Google and looked up the visible light color spectrum, and it actually seems that this is more or less it. So if you look all the way from the inside of the boot to the outside of the boot, it is a big chunk of the visible light color spectrum. Now, I don't really know what it has to do with speed or light speed, but it looks hella cool, so I'm definitely nice. But let's talk about the light speed here, because I don't know if you remember, but on the first Mercurial Dream Speed, you could see Mbappe's supposed, at least, top speed of 41.7 kilometers an hour. And again, I don't know if the Nike designers kind of wanted to take things up a notch and go even faster for the second chapter. But I mean, going from Mbappe, who is admittedly super quick, to light speed, it's kind of escalating things a little too quickly, because if they want to then again go even faster for the third chapter, if we get such a boot, well, I don't know where they're gonna go from here. Because to put things into perspective a little, Mbappe, supposedly, at the top did 11.5 meters per second. I also tried to reach my top speed in that video, and there I did 8.3 meters per second. And even the fastest road car out there at the moment does only 134 meters per second. So there's kind of a little bit of a gap up to those 299,792,458 meters per second that light goes by. So yeah. But on the other hand, I don't really care what the story is, because when the boot looks this cool and gives me those Ibiza sunset vibes, they could tell me whatever and I'd still want it. Now, As for the tech, this is a completely standard Superfly 7 and Vapor 13 lead, but of course with updated graphics and that customary Superfly 5-style toe swoosh that CR7 really digs. But if you want to know how the boots are engineered or perform or fit, I'll leave a link to the reviews and the tech talks in the description right down below, or if you click the eye in the corner of your screen. My friends, 4.5 months after the original Mercurial Dream Speed released, the MDS 002 is here, and you can go and cop your pair of the Vapor 13 or the Superfly 7 on unisportstore.com if you click here from the 20th of February. But while you wait for the boots to drop, you should let me know what you think about them in the comment section right down below. And then after that, go over to the playlist right down there in the bottom of the screen to learn some wicked football skills. And with that said, I'm signing off with the speed of light. Cheerio.